I believe I'm motivated simply because I want to make my community better. The people that are in power in Escondido want to see Escondido change. They have a concept of how they would like Escondido to look, and Latinos, for the most part, are not part of that concept. I found that I actually could have some positive influence, a positive outcome. Personally, I know that by getting involved, you can create change.
Bill de la Fuente is a community leader in North County. His activism began in the early 90s.
The neighborhood started out beautiful, all the families knew each other. Then, of course, the drastic change in the middle 90s. The drug culture really came into its own. Gangs, of course, the drive-by shootings. We had our fairly good share of all that here on this block. We had been living with a dangerous situation on Gamble for a long time, but we just didn't realize how dangerous it was. There was a shooting on the block, and someone died. He crossed the street, and basically he got shot right there in that particular driveway. Of course, there was blood. There was it stunned everyone that was on the street that actually saw it. So when you have 4, 5, 6-year-old kids seeing someone killed in front of you, it can have an impact. I wanted to live in a decent place. I wanted to live in a place, of course, where families aren't afraid to go out of their house. I wanted to live in a place that you felt safe. When we had a shooting, it changed things. I said, hey, this is time to take action. We have too many nephews and nieces on this block. Let's get something done. At that time, we joined with other neighborhoods, and we formed what was called a neighborhood alliance. And as a group, we looked at our communities, especially our neighborhoods, and how we could improve them. We wanted lighting. Lighting and crime coincides. Not enough lighting, you're going to have more crime. I come back here, and I see new trees planted. I see grass. I see people have taken a little bit more pride in ownership. In a way, out of bad things, good things happen, and that was a story. That's how I pretty much got involved.
Bill now finds himself in a community that is sharply divided by racism and the immigration issue. In 2006, the Escondido City Council passed the polarizing housing ordinance that would prohibit landlords from renting to undocumented immigrants. It rocked the immigration debate both locally and nationwide.
Well, Escondido is divided for one reason, and it is pretty much the immigration issue.
Bill works to combat the negative perception of Latinos by organizing and motivating people to be engaged in the civic process.
CLA is a bilingual networking grassroots group that preaches self-reliance, that gives us the power of organization, that lets us speak in one voice, that has the ability to go out and make things happen in the community. The word CLA basically is Comerciantes Latinos Asociados. We go out of our way to be a benefit of the community. And why do we do that? Why do we work so hard on that? It's because we want to counterbalance all that negative perspective that people in our community might have of Latinos. If you look at some of the people, business people that I work with, and I have known in the past, they've come here with nothing. And now they have businesses that are a benefit to their community. What we need to do is we need to nourish those people who are trying their best, and giving them the opportunities, because they will benefit not only our community here, but our country. I do want to see more participation. You know, it's important for anyone and everyone to get involved, not necessarily just Latinos. Education is our tool that we could use to take your community, you know, not just only yourself, but your community in general, to progress. I tend to value even sometimes the simplest things in life. Seeing progress, you know, within our community is a big plus.